Okay, picture this. You're in retirement, you're bringing in a comfortable six-figure income, and your federal tax bill is exactly zero. I know, it sounds pretty much impossible, right? Well, today we're going to walk through the blueprint that shows how it might just be done.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to establish the goal. What does zero-tax retirement really means? Then we'll unpack the core of it all, the three-pillar strategy. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty numbers you have to know, see how it all works with a $125,000 case study, and finally, we'll cover the big mistakes that could trip you up.
So let's just get right to the big question, shall we? Is it actually possible for a married couple to pull in $125,000 of cash flow in a year of retirement and legally, and I mean legally, owe nothing to the federal government? Believe it or not, with some really careful planning, the answer is a big yes.
And look, this isn't some shady loophole we're talking about. The source material actually calls it a quiet revolution. This is all about legal, strategic financial engineering. It's about being smart with the rules, not trying to break them.
So why this obsession with getting to zero tax? Well, it's about way more than just saving a few bucks here and there. It's really about protecting your nest egg in what's becoming a pretty tricky financial landscape.
Here's the deal. Federal taxes can take a massive bite out of your income. We're talking up to 37%. And with some major tax laws scheduled to change after 2025, that threat is only getting bigger. Just think about it. For a six-figure retirement income, wiping out that tax bill could mean keeping an extra $30,000, $40,000, or even $50,000 in your pocket every single year.
Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, it all boils down to a really coordinated three-pillar strategy that helps you build a tax-free foundation piece by piece.
First, you convert. You start shifting money from those traditional tax-deferred accounts like 401ks into tax-free Roth accounts. But you do this before you retire. You pay a little tax now to save a lot later. Second, you sequence. This is huge. You withdraw money from your different accounts in a very specific order. And third, you harvest. You actively look for opportunities to cash in on investment gains when you can do it completely tax-free. Each one of these pillars is designed to separate the actual cash you live on from what the IRS sees as your taxable income.
That second pillar, the sequencing, is really the secret sauce. You can't just pull money from whichever account feels right. No, it's a carefully planned dance, a kind of withdrawal choreography. The order in which you tap your accounts, taxable first, then Roth, and so on, is what keeps your official taxable income on paper incredibly low. Getting this dance right is absolutely critical.
Now, this strategy isn't just some vague idea, you know. It's built on the hard and fast numbers in the U.S. tax code. And once you understand these key thresholds, you've basically found the keys to unlock the whole blueprint.
For 2025, there are really two magic numbers for a married couple. First, the standard deduction, which is expected to be around $30,000. That lets you take $30,000 of ordinary income completely off the table, tax-free. The second number to know is for long-term capital gains. The 0% tax bracket on those goes all the way up to $96,700 of taxable income. That means you can sell investments for a profit and pay zero, literally zero tax on those gains, as long as you stay under that limit.
So here's where it all comes together. You take that $30,000 standard deduction, and you stack it on top of that $96,700 of 0% capital gains room. What do you get? You get this incredible number, $126,700. Think of that as your total tax-free capacity. It's the maximum amount of cash you can engineer with zero federal tax just by using these two provisions together.
All right, enough theory. Theory's great, but let's see how this all clicks into place in a practical, real-world scenario.
So let's imagine a retired couple who needs $125,000 a year to live their life. Now look where that money's coming from. It's not one big check from a single account. No, it's a careful blend. More than half comes from Social Security. A big chunk comes from their tax-free Roth IRA withdrawals, and the rest is filled in with a mix of long-term capital gains, tax-free municipal bond interest, and some qualified dividends.
And this is how the math works out to be so beautiful. The Roth withdrawals, zero taxable income. The interest from the muni bonds, also zero. That $20,000 in capital gains and dividends, it fits perfectly inside that 0% tax bracket we just talked about. And here's the real kicker. Because their other on-paper income is so low, their Social Security benefits never hit the threshold to become taxable. So you add it all up, and what do they owe? A big, fat zero.
Now, this strategy is incredibly powerful, but I have to give you a word of warning.
it requires precision. It is so easy to make one small misstep that ends up triggering a whole cascade of taxes you were never expecting.
So here are 4 of the most common traps. 1. Converting way too much money to a Roth in a single year, which just creates a monster tax bill. 2. Ignoring the Medicare premium surcharges. That's a huge one we'll get to. 3. Not coordinating things, like selling a rental property without thinking how it affects your portfolio taxes. And 4. Getting blindsided by required minimum distributions, or RMDs, when you turn 73.
I really want to focus on that Medicare mistake, what's known as the IRMA cliff, because it is just brutal. Look at this. For a married couple, if your income goes just $1 over the threshold, around $206,000, your Medicare premiums don't just go up a little bit, they jump. We're talking over $1,000 more for the year. It's not a gentle slope, it's a financial cliff you fall right off. You have to plan around it carefully.
So, as we start to wrap this up, it's really important to zoom out and remember the core philosophy that's driving this whole approach to planning for retirement.
Ultimately, it just boils down to this simple but incredibly powerful idea. It doesn't really matter how much you earn or how big your portfolio is. What matters is how much you actually get to keep. The whole name of the game is maximizing the money that stays in your pocket, not the government's.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Yes, this is a complex strategy, and it for sure requires a lot of forethought and planning. But what could keeping tens of thousands of extra dollars every single year, completely tax-free, actually mean for your future and your retirement?